Oh. There's some kind of aftertaste or something.
What's it taste like? Grapes?
It's not grapes. It's like, I don't know. Do you taste the aftertaste?
I taste like rose hips and dried up orange peels.
You don't taste rose hips. I don't know what it is.
I don't get much of an aftertaste.
Why you all slurping?
That's how you're supposed to do it.
You don't slurp.
I'm tasting this wine. That's how you do it.
Oh my gosh.
I studied to be a sommelier.
All right. Mr. Somalia.
All right.
All right. So, what is this? Diora. All right. Anyway. Yeah, okay. So maybe it was just, I don't know. I don't taste it now. It's all right.
It tastes good now.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, and then when we keep drinking more, it's going to taste even better.
That's usually how it goes.
That's usually,
Yeah.
That's how it works.
Keep on drinking, people. Keep on drinking.
So
I'm drinking.
We've been
okay, go ahead.
So this is the Sean and Raphael What the WTF Podcast on YouTube.
Howdy, folks.
Howdy, folk. Breaking news and other stuff you want to talk about. We got that right here.
We got breaking news.
Breaking news is
breaking person.
Bam! Oh, bam! What is that?
Bam. Oh, hold on. Let's see. Look.
You got the album?
I got the album.
Wow.
Yep. Cowboy Carter Act 2.
Cowboy.
We're gonna make it do what it do, y'all. Yeah.
What it look like on the other side?
Oh, on the other side. Look, this is beautiful. Look at the other side of it. This is so beautiful. Okay. I hope everyone can see this really well because this is like, it's a beautiful album. And like I said, it came today. And I had all the intention in the world of playing this album when it arrived. But I just could not bring myself to tear the plastic. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. I'm like, oh my God. I'm just not going to tear the plastic. So I'm going to have to buy another one that I'll be okay with playing and opening and all that. I know it's weird.
Yeah. And we can always just stream it.
No, because I want to look at the album. I want to see what's inside. I want to open up the album.
There's no way to see the album online, huh? You have to buy the album. Nobody took pictures of it and posted it?
I don't want to do that. I want to buy a second album, and that is what I'm going to do.
Then you're going to open it and take pictures of it and post it for everybody else to see.
No. I'm not going to do that. It's going to be, for me, it's just going to remind me of my childhood when I used to love buying vinyl records, specifically good vinyl records, specifically Prince vinyl records. Yes.
Yeah.
Because this is top tier music right here. So just brought me back. My mother even told me, she's like, you haven't been like this since Prince, girl. What's going on?
I don't know. It's cool. It's not going to make me change the way I dress or nothing.
Of course not.
Serious.
Of course not.
I ain't going to go buy no new hat, jean jacket for it. I ain't tripping. It's all good.
I appreciate you going on this journey with me. Very much.
But yeah, I love the way you look in your cowgirl hat. You are fabulous, baby.
Thank you. Thank you.
I love that hat. I love the jade little buckle in the middle. It's
you did
beautiful.
Good. You did good up there at Boot Barn. Anyway, you did good. I like it.
Almost bought some cowboy boots too.
I know. I thought you would come. You were going to come back with them because those look nice. You should have just got them.
I should have. They felt funny.
Then I'm gonna have to go, and then I'll have to get some.
See, we should go together.
We should. We get the whole get up.
Then go to the whole down.
And you know where we need to go?
Rodeo.
Well, we could go to a rodeo, but we also need to go to like one of those country western bars down south, Stanislaus.
Oh yeah,
What's that town?
Turlock.
Turlock.
Oh yeah, where we went in that one to go eat.
We coming, Turlockians. We coming.
We need to go down there.
We coming.
That steakhouse in Turlock. Yeah, we'll be all good.
We coming.
Blasting Beyonce. So, what's your favorite song?
Ooh, it changes every day, and every morning I wake up with a different track in my head. But I have to say, I love the opening, Requiem.
Yeah, that when I first heard that, it kind of reminded me of Queen a little bit.
Yeah, it's that big.
Had that in the
It's that big of a production in that, and it's
really good.
Yeah, you can listen to this album from beginning to end and have just an existential experience. Just listening to every single track, and that's how you know that somebody's really put some real artistic work into their work. Yeah, and she did it. Her and her team. I'm going to say her and her team.
Her and her team, yes.
Because she didn't do this by herself. And for folks who are on the internet talking about she don't write her songs, she don't do this. Look, music is always a team sport. It always is. It always has been, always will be. Unless you're one of those people that walk around or that perform at talent shows with the cymbals between your legs and the harmonica and stuff strapped to your face. You got a kazoo girl blowing out your butt. Whatever.
She doesn't have to write every freaking song she sings. She's a performer. Nobody ever went to Barbra Streisand and said, "You didn't write.
You didn't write." That's right. Thank you. Yes. So she did her thing, and you actually, it's a Beyonce album, and look, she blew the whole genre crap out the water.
Oh, she did.
With this
I like
album.
the way that song, yeah.
She included everything.
It talks about that too, yeah.
Let's talk about the opera.
Yeah. Oh,
she did some opera.
Yeah, she did some opera. She showed her skills.
Oh my God.
She really showed her skills on that one.
And I just can't get people who this is just the most annoying thing, is that people, number one, say the woman can't sing. I'm like, what do you mean she can't sing? She sings. We've heard her sing.
She's been singing all her life.
She's been singing all her life. This is all the woman has been doing.
It's like saying, so that's like saying I can't walk.
She can sing. And then the other thing they always say is, I can't stand Beyonce. I don't like Beyonce. I'm like, what has this woman ever done to you?
See?
She's I just don't. The whole Beyonce hatred thing is just the most irrational thing to me. But that's what people live for sometimes. But it ain't bothering her. She doing her thing. And the other thing is there's a lot of trolling that she does through this album too. She's speaking to people, and she's just laying it out there. And I giggle every time I hear something new, and I'm like, she's talking to you. Yeah. People on the internet, she's talking to y'all.
I'm talking to y'all.
It's a wonderful
y'all
thing.
wishy-washy people.
Yeah, it's a wonderful thing. I love this album. And like I said, I'm going to get another one. And thank you. My birthday's Sunday. So.
Your birthday is... Oh, my God.
I figured I'd just.
I didn't realize we were that close.
Yeah, we are. We're that close.
Well, happy birthday, baby. I hope you like the hat.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna like my second album too.
Okay.
I don't ask for much.
That's fine. So what are we talking about?
What are we talking about? What did you bring to the table? Because I brought my album to the table. What's your topic?
My topic, how about trolling or people that, well, because we recently did a short reel and put it on a local Facebook page.
Oh, right.
And we were expressing how we feel about the city we live in. We like the city we live. We love it. We grew a family up in it, and it's a thriving family, and it's beautiful. I mean, there's a waterway. We do a lot of stuff. We go boating and walking, and there's a lot of stuff to do here that's fun. Although there is crime in some places of the city, but we made this post expressing our love for the city, which most people agreed. But where do people come? Why do people come at you and just express anger for you saying that we have a good city, we live in a good place, you know?
Because it's the internet.
You have to, yeah. Why do people do this? It's like a sickness.
It's just the internet.
It's some miserable people though. It's
yeah.
I think, there's a lot of miserable people on the internet.
There really are. And a lot
depressed. I think it's depressing, I guess.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I don't know. It is California, and we have a lot of people who are
Cali haters.
Yeah, who live here and are claiming they can't wait to leave, and they're moving here, there, and everywhere. There was one person who said that they moved from Bakersfield to Texas. And I will say this. While the housing prices in some parts of Texas are within reach of people, but the more people move out there, the more they're
going up.
Yeah, the prices of homes are going up. But they also have a property tax situation out there. So wherever you go, they're going to get you in your wallet. And you can fool yourself any kind of way you want to and think that you're not getting got. But you're getting got just like the rest of us, wherever you are.
You drive down the road in Texas and you got to pay every few miles. going through what, Houston?
Yeah.
They have the turnpike going on.
Well, they're trying to do that out here too. So
they are, but they got express roads for that.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. There's good and bad wherever you go, wherever you live. You just got to make the most out of your life and the spaces that you are surviving in and living in. So just make the most of it. That's what we do. Mm-hmm. We do stuff like this.
Yeah.
And we do a lot of laughing. And we try to do
a lot of laughing.
Yeah. Yeah.
We do.
Yeah. So, and there was one woman who, I guess she had lost a family member out here. Mm-hmm. And, what did she say? She said something like,
she said, I guess they never lost nobody in one of these bad neighborhoods.
Yeah. And I'm like, no,
we didn't.
We
But then somebody it shows, doesn't it? Right. These damn happy people.
I know. It's like, why are you mad at happy people?
But it's horrible that this happened to that person.
It is. And I expressed that when I didn't argue with the person back and forth. I just said, really sorry for your loss and all of that.
And she appreciated that, which was good.
She did. You got to be human on the internet. Give people grace. That's what I always try to do whenever I comment, at people. So try to
it helps
sidestep the baloney.
Yeah, it does help.
Yeah, get in fight. What's the point of getting in fights?
People, and then if you respond in a way that's just, I'm not trying to argue with you, this and that.
Mm-hmm. You did that, and you've come a long way.
Then they laughed at my post, but that was it. They ain't never said nothing again. Yeah.
But that felt good, right?
It did.
Taking the high road.
It felt good taking the high road.
Yeah. You just
the other road I would have got blocked off. Put in Facebook jail.
Maybe. But you're still here. So,
okay.
Yeah. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. Yeah. Now, I did have something.
I hope you got something.
It was a relationship thing. And I told you earlier I was trying to find it because I really did want us to talk about it. But I don't have it.
Oh, Shonda.
I know. I wasn't really prepared to do this. We just kind of scrambled at the last minute, though, didn't we?
Yeah, because we needed to have something out there.
So I'm looking at my Instagram and things that I've saved. And I thought I had saved. Oh, it was probably something that you had sent me. I think it was something you sent me.
What was it?
So I need to look at all of these things.
I send you a lot of stuff.
I know you do. We go back and forth. There's the Trump thing, the staged ChickfilA visit.
The staged ChickfilA about milkshakes.
This man, you do realize the trial is on. It's starting Monday.
Oh, really?
And he intends to take the stand.
That's, of course.
That's what he says today. That's what he says today. He never.
I hope he does.
His attorneys will advise him otherwise. His attorneys will definitely advise him otherwise because he's just gonna put his foot in his mouth. But I hope he does because I would love to see it. I think it would just be the most marvelous spectacle.
Yeah.
Absolutely the most marvelous spectacle. Oh, was it this one? The Fox News host who thinks that $20 an hour is a six-figure salary.
What's the name again? That's that idiot.
I don't know his name. What is his name?
Idiot, the little clean cut dude. He's always talking to crap. He says $20 an hour is six figures.
It's six figures.
And then the guy says, "No, it's not. It's 40,000." He goes, "Yeah, but you got a husband and he works there too." This is what happened. And that's 80,000, which is six figures.
It's really funny that he thinks that these people in these fast food restaurants work 40 hours a week.
They're getting overtime. They work at double shifts.
They just breaking in the dough.
McDonald's loves paying overtime.
Oh, absolutely.
They're like, come on over. We're going to pay you $30 an hour, time and a half.
Yeah.
Not.
Yeah.
Why does he think? Well, we know he doesn't believe that, for one. There's no way.
But why tell your viewers something like that?
Yeah, because he works for Fox and he's paid to lie.
Didn't they learn their lesson about lying? Didn't they learn their lesson? They didn't learn their lesson.
To rile up a certain type of people, to keep them angry and keep them riled up and keep them watching. That's why their watchers watch Fox, because they want to be mad about that stuff. They're like, it's the biggest troll out there.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It really is. Really is.
And he says, at the end, he says, what does he say? It's they don't do anything, or it's just they get paid all this stuff for nothing. They don't even do nothing, right?
Yeah.
What's he do? He sits there and lies and gets millions of dollars.
Millions of dollars for how? What, an hour? 2 hours maybe?
Yeah.
Worth of work?
Yeah. He's like,
What value are you bringing to anything, sir?
Yeah.
What value are you bringing? You're not bringing
no value to nobody.
Nothing. No one, nowhere. So
yeah. And then I saw somebody commenting on this. Teachers only make $60 an hour, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not here. That's in the red states where teachers are underpaid like that.
Yeah, I remember when the kids were in school, they had
Teachers,
listed the teachers' salaries out
they're
here.
making.
They're from, but I know everybody
Well,
can always
they
use more
weren't getting
money.
paid less than fast food.
Right, they were not.
And
they were not.
And the stupid thing about it, it's minimum wage. So if the fast food is making $20 an hour, you best believe other people are making more.
Right. Yeah.
They're not making the minimum. They got to jump it up, because if I was out a job that made $20 an hour and I was doing something and it wasn't supposed to be minimum wage.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now that 20 is minimum wage, you got to bump me up. Matter of fact, I got to go ask for a raise.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
So,
Yeah, got to keep that distance.
Got to keep that distance. They can't be making as much as I do.
Yeah. But I wish someone, I think, what is his name? Robert Wright? I think he's an economist, I think, if I'm remembering correctly.
He's the little guy?
Yeah. The little guy.
He's cool. He's little.
He is cool. But I think he would probably be able to break it down for people so that they really do understand. Because here's what I'm seeing happening, and I don't, because I don't do math, but look, you've got these fast foods. Let's just talk about McDonald's. McDonald's has the kiosks in, and you just walk in and you punch the screen, tell it what you want, and then people fix your food, right? Mm-hmm. So there are fewer people in the store working. And those people are not working full time. They may have 4 to 6 hour days, and it's certainly not 5 days a week. Maybe the managers or maybe the managers.
That's true. I think what happens at the fast food now is you get more drive-through people and app users than you do people going in and ordering.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so
that's true.
There's still a lot of bustle behind the drive-through, and they're back there cooking and trying to keep up with the cars coming. So they still have workers for that.
They do, but how many? I mean, how many people can you have back there? So I don't think it's as like it was back in the day, though.
But
they have fewer employees.
They have, they do have maybe a few less people at the registers. So 2 or 3 less. We'll say that.
You think so?
But we went to San Antonio. When did we go to San Antonio?
December.
Mm-hmm. And the wages in California were still higher. They were getting like what, 18, 17 in California.
Something like that.
And we went to San Antonio and we noticed that the prices at McDonald's were just about the same as they were in California.
Right.
But the wages were less.
Yeah.
It's like the same prices in California where they were making $17 an hour and they were making $11, $12 in San Antonio, and they were still selling the burgers for $10.
Yeah.
So
there's something with the corporations.
Corporations are making money. They got record
really
profits.
Are. Yeah.
Their shareholders are making record profits. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And they want to keep making more and more and more and pay people less and less and less. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that's the whole driver behind the automated burger flippers and all that too. They just don't want to. The bottom line of business is make more money. Make more money
and low overhead and bigger profits. So that's the motivation behind it. But everything is intertwined, right?
Yeah.
So, well, let's just go back to what you were talking about with their stock and the profit sharing and all of that, right? They're making the money and the investors are getting their money. Mm-hmm. And if you have a 401k, you are probably benefiting from that too, if you have a 401k or you're investing in some way. I'm not sure how many people in this country actually have a 401k, but those who do are still benefiting from that in some way. But lower income people aren't, and they're not able to really afford those, the McDonald's and all that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
which may be good for them, but I don't know. I want Robert Reich to come on our show and talk to us about it and explain the economy of it all.
Okay, let me give him a call.
You'll give him a call for me. We really need to talk to him.
Hey, Bobby.
I want to understand. So anyway, at the end of the day, $20, sir, is not $20 an hour is not a six-figure salary. We do know that. Lesson learned. Right?
Yeah, it's unless you got like 6 people.
Yeah. Oh, and then this is a good one. This is Kiki Palmer, and she was talking to Iyanla Van Zant, and she asked her,
"How do you help someone that you love
without
enabling them?"
Yes,
basically,
without enabling them.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Yeah,
because
what do you think?
I like to help, right? If I can. If you come to me for help and you're one of my loved ones, I'm doing whatever I can to try to help. And I do need to watch it that I'm not doing something that you need to be doing yourself.
Yeah, that was a good lesson.
Yeah.
That Iyanla, she's got a lot of good gems, actually. So, I mean.
Because a lot of times people do help people, especially their children, you know, even more if they're kind of estranged or whatever, and you're trying to keep that relationship going and, you know, you want to help, you can help, you have the opportunity to do whatever, it's not going to affect you to do it, but it's not helping them.
Right. And she made a distinction between helping and supporting.
Yeah.
You know, and she said that supporting is doing what the person is asking you to do, and that's it. Not doing what you think they should do. That's the helping part.
Or doing what you think they need
you to do. Yeah. Yeah. So I learned I had to sit on that because, you know, we have young adults who are.
But when I listened to it, I wasn't sure. Maybe I didn't get it right. But we're not supposed to support. Are we supposed to do what they ask for, or are we supposed to say, "Well, I think this is what's going to help you," because they could be asking for a freaking car or something, right? And then you say, "No. What I could do, I could drive you to the car lot, drop you off."
No, I think what she's saying, you really, if it's going to hurt you, you don't do it. She specifically said that. Yeah. If it's something that's going to hurt you or put you out, you know,
don't do it
to an extreme, then don't do it.
We've learned.
So, you know, when people are asking for support, they should understand where you're at. And, you know, I know for me, when I needed help or support, I was very cognizant with how I moved and by also keeping my word, specifically with the timeline of things. And the people who were supporting me saw me hustle. I wasn't sitting around doing anything, just sitting around waiting for something to happen. I was hustling. And so that gives the person that's supporting you, you know, that makes them feel good and feel like they've contributed in a positive way. But if you're not hustling and you're not really, you know, meeting the expectations, then that becomes enabling and all of that kind of stuff. So I don't know. Anyway, it was a good little conversation. I miss Iyanla Fix My Life. She's very insightful and she's very, I don't know, down to earth. Some of her, I do have a hard time with the gender stuff that she kind of subscribes to because I don't believe in gender roles the way they're seen. So anyway.
You don't?
No, I don't.
What are you talking about?
You know what I'm talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That's why you're gonna be folding laundry.
So I'm gonna be folding
I'm gonna wash and you're folding.
Told you. I got to sow the field tomorrow and get them seeds in the ground before the rain come. I know what you think I'm doing. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let's have the vittles ready.
Vittles. Okay. We'll see. So I think that was what I had. I think.
That's all you got?
Well, yeah. That's what I had. What you got?
I don't know.
You ain't got nothing?
Not really. We got Donald Trump DJT stock.
Oh my God.
Let's talk about that.
Well,
That stock.
You know about that.
What happened there? And why don't these people see that one more time, one more business venture that your daddy done tried to pull you into to get you to put some money into it, and now your money is gone, and you're not gonna get it back. He got your money.
You win some, you lose some.
We lost this one, and they still putting money into it because it goes down, and then some fools try to bring it back, up. But it's that thing's going to drop like AMC.
AMC, I haven't heard that.
The theaters.
I know.
That stock is gone.
Yeah.
Donald Trump is going to be a penny stock pretty quick.
Yeah.
And why don't these folks see when he calls a educated black woman, what do he call her? A spook or
who?
He called that the Attorney General of New York. He called her something really derogatory, like what was it? We got to look it up. What did he call it? Was it spook or something?
I know he did not utter those
sure
words.
did. He said, I call her. And it was just that straight. It's another word for nigga, is what he called her.
Letitia James.
Uh-huh.
I know he can't stand her.
Yeah. He can't. Oh, yeah. He can't stand her.
Let me see. Trump. Let me see if I can.
I
know he didn't call her that. That's just, oh my gosh. Okay.
If I had my phone, I'd show you. But yeah, that's just terrible. It's like he's totally losing his mind. Yeah.
Donald Trump botches Letitia James insult?
Yes.
This is Newsweek. Former President Donald Trump botched an insult hurled at New York Attorney General Letitia James during a speech on Wednesday night. Trump, the presumed 2024 GOP presidential nominee, has launched continual attacks against James as he appeals the civil fraud lawsuit filed against him by the New York prosecutor in September 2022. Let me see if I can find what he said. During an event at Trump's Mar-a-Lago resort in Palm Beach, Florida on Wednesday night, the former president, in a puzzling speech, mistakenly referred to Letitia James as Letitia Jones while attempting to mock her.
No, that wasn't it. It was something way worse than that.
Oh, they put him into the state of New York and then ultimately into the DA's office to run the case.
Uh-huh.
This is being run by President Joe Biden.
Yeah.
They put a man into the state, Letitia Jones.
Uh-huh.
Peekaboo. I call her.
Not spook, but peekaboo.
Peekaboo.
I call her peekaboo.
They put a man into
Jigaboo.
that one.
I call her jigaboo.
What is that? They put a man into that one, Letitia. They put a man into that one to run it, and then he went into the DA's office. What does that mean?
It's the whole Michelle Obama.
They're calling her a man now?
I guess that's what that is too. These people are sick. And peekaboo. I call her peekaboo.
Oh my God. Okay. I just Letitia James, not it's okay. Okay, that's a tweet. Somebody's correcting him. Oh,
it's crazy.
It's unclear to whom Trump was referring when he talked about the man from the DA's office. However, Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg has previously served as Chief Deputy Attorney General of New York. He has also been attacked by Trump, as Bragg was the first to bring criminal charges against the former president.
Shaking my head.
I just get speechless. I can't. I don't want 4 more years. I
don't think there will be.
Well, his trial starts Monday.
I think even without a trial, there's a lot of stuff, and people think that all these people are going to vote for Trump. I don't see it. I don't think so.
Okay.
You know, there's little pockets of people on social media, Black people saying, I'm voting for Trump. I'm voting for Trump. A lot of it is probably Russian trolls that are doing this. You know, we know that's going on.
Yeah.
Because it's from that's what they do, right? Mm-hmm. And they'll get accounts and make themselves but no, it's just not. It's not feasible that we're that stupid.
Well, let's just pray that is the case, because these people, from the clips that you see, we just saw someone interviewing 3 women. Mm-hmm. And the woman goes, "Where do you get your news from?"
Yeah.
You can see that's your problem. You get it from the mainstream media. And it's like, well, where are you getting your information from, ma'am? Just because it's not that don't mean that it's accurate. And they believe things like, oh my gosh, babies being born
killed,
in ninth month and being murdered. Yeah. And it's that's an abortion somehow.
That's crazy.
It's not even the definition of abortion.
The guy I work with came out and told me about that. I said, come on, you know better than that. You have to know better than that. They're not going to pull a live baby out of somebody and kill it. Come on.
Look, when I went to Texas.
And all he could say, well, what's the law in California? I'm like, they're not going to kill a live baby. They don't do it.
There was a nurse that was seeing my dad when I was in Texas.
Uh-huh.
This is a nurse. She believed the very same thing. Yeah. And I'm like, ma'am, you're a nurse.
These conspiracy
and I was just talking to her.
theories.
I'm like, if I really thought that the other party was doing something that outlandish, I would go to the headquarters and talk to people just to make sure that I have my facts straight. Well, if I go there, they're just gonna lie. I was like, girl, okay, I can't do this.
It's all a conspiracy, and we know you guys don't. You guys are just speaking left-wing talking points.
Left-wing talking points.
But I'm like, but you're doing the same thing.
That's the talking.
The only difference is the shit you're saying don't make sense. And
it's kind of crazy.
It's crazy.
It's kind of crazy.
Come on.
But
it's like he had there's this whole plan that they're trying to take everybody's guns they're gonna take the guns, they're gonna take over the money, and they're gonna control everybody's money, and they're gonna make it so you gotta get a vaccine, and if you don't get the vaccine, they're gonna take your money and make you broke.
Where do they get this stuff?
Where they get the stuff? They're not gonna take nobody's. And I broke it down to her. I said, you know who runs this freaking world? Is the corporations, the people that are selling shit to people to make money. That's why you got so many freaking advertisements and commercials. Everything's a fucking commercial. They want you to work. They want you to work your ass off and then buy shit so they can stay rich.
They can stay rich.
And that's how they keep you working. Mm-hmm. They're not going to take everything and put everybody in a 10-minute, he says there's these 10-minute cities, right? Mm-hmm. I guess they do have them in China or whatever where
10-minute cities?
10-minute cities. Everything you need is within 10 minutes from you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know, like that's a bad thing.
I know, I'm like, where's the problem?
Well, I ain't got to drive a half hour. I got to go 10 minutes to get everything I need. I mean, what's wrong with that? If I feel like I want to go further, I can go further, right?
I can go to the next city.
But
I
can if I want to. I mean, what's the problem?
I don't. Okay.
But yeah, he was like, they're gonna put he went all the way back to they're gonna put a chip in your skin.
Oh, the chip.
Yeah. And then I just had to realize, I had to remember that this was the same guy that told me 5 years ago, we had an orange moon. He said, if we get one more orange moon, that's the end of the world. It says it in the Bible. Mm. And I couldn't tell him any different.
Yeah.
And he's a Trump supporter. Mm-hmm. And that's who these people are.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and speaking of that, Marjorie Taylor Greene with her tweet about the 4.8 earthquake in New York mm-hmm. and the eclipse, somehow that all of that is a message from God that America has to get right. And I'm just...
No, I thought Biden made that happen to keep your mind off of the economy.
Who said that?
The eclipse and all that. I made that up.
You
sound good?
Don't put that out there. Somebody gonna make that a clip and it's gonna be everywhere.
Don't it sound good?
Yeah.
It's Biden's eclipse.
Biden's eclipse. Oh, but yeah. Anyway,
if you looked at it long enough, it turns you into a communist. So that's why I'm glad it didn't come in California. All those people, they looked at it and they was like, "Yeah." Next thing you know, they gonna be communists.
I remember eclipses when I was in school. They were exciting then. I wasn't so excited. Now I'm like, okay, it's an eclipse.
Well, it didn't happen. We didn't get much over here.
No, we didn't get much over here.
It would have been different if it would have turned everything completely dark. I've never seen that. Mm-hmm. That'll be a cool one. I guess 21 years from now.
Okay.
We'll check it out then if we're still around. Like, yeah.
But doesn't it kind of lessen the joy? Because we know why it's doing that. And back in the day, no one knew why. So they made up stuff, they made up superstitions and things like that. I just feel like it's part of the life experience. So I just don't get the big hullabaloo.
That's why.
I don't know.
That's why Marjorie Taylor Greene says it was a sign from God. Because she's stuck back in the dark ages when they didn't know what an eclipse was.
Yeah, and many of those people, or they don't understand the science behind it. I don't understand it. You know how I am when I get turned around. Mm-hmm. He's trying to tell me that I don't know. I don't know where the stars are and all that crap in the sky. I don't know where it all is. Mm-hmm. I don't know which direction I'm going in and all of that. So I just don't, it's going to be there whether I understand it or not. So I just live my life. Yeah. And I go, oh, the sun's up today. Yay.
Well.
Or it's raining.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't worry about it. Anyway.
Well, speaking of earthquakes, though, mm-hmm. not long after the earthquake in New York, there was an earthquake here in California.
Oh, there was?
It was a small one. Remember, we heard they were talking about it, but they had an earthquake. They had an earthquake detector system that let them know it was coming. And they knew it was going to happen before it happened, and then it actually happened. So
was
it
that
actually
after
worked.
or before the
was
one
after.
in New York?
I think it was after, which is cool. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
So
I guess
I'd like to know if an earthquake's going to happen, because then
it would be nice.
I know earthquake's coming.
You can run somewhere, maybe.
I don't know where, but do something.
I don't know what. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, how long before it actually happened? Did the alert go off?
I don't know. I just heard it.
Okay. All right. Well, next bit of interesting news.
What do you got?
O.J. Simpson is no longer with us.
Oh, we should have been talking about O.J. Simpson.
76 years old. He is no longer here.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
What do you think about that?
The juice. The juice is drinking his juice in the clouds right now.
Oh, some people say he's looking up at us.
Oh, is he looking up at us?
That's what one person.
He might be looking up at us with no juice. It's hot down there. It evaporated. Each time they give him some juice, it's going to evaporate. That's his hell. Yeah.
I don't know. Orenthal James.
Yeah.
Right, Simpson. In 92, when all of that, was it 92?
It was
or 93 or 94?
No, it wasn't 94 yet. I think it was around 91, 92.
Okay.
Yeah.
The chase.
Mm-hmm.
I know I was glued to the court case and stuff. And when the verdict came down, I was at work, and I worked with a commercial real estate company, and there were 10 conservative commercial real estate brokers in that office, and then 3 of us ladies. It was me. I was, melanated, and an Asian lady and a white lady, and we were all in the kitchen. We were watching the verdict, and when it came down, all of us ladies cheered. We were super happy about it. What's going on? What are you looking at?
Just, hey, come on, let's go. Okay.
Oh, we got a little interruption.
Yeah.
Okay, well. Anyway, but we were all happy. We were like, yeah, he got off. We were happy.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't have any, there was it wasn't a division in this office. And I don't know what the brokers were thinking, but I know we were all up there cheering. And
that he got off?
Yeah. And we were like, because we just the glove didn't fit.
Uh-huh.
And what was Furman? What was his name? The racist cop did something with evidence, and it was a big mess. They flubbed that whole thing. The police department flubbed the whole thing.
Yeah.
Plus, it was on the heels of the Rodney King beating that we all saw, and those cops got off in Simi Valley and all of that kind of stuff. So it was like, yeah. So, but anyway, what I did, I was commenting to this lady. Oh my God. She couldn't understand why there was the divisiveness and why Black people were cheering, because there were two innocent people who died. And I tried to explain to her that it wasn't about the 2 people that died.
Mm-hmm.
That it was about the history of the trauma that Black men in particular went through in losing their lives behind white women and false allegations.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where we were looking at. And I'm trying to urge this woman just to think about that for a moment. But, as I do on the internet, I try to get people to just think about things. And she comes up with her, a very classic white feminist fallacy, where she said, men do a lot of horrible things to women, but when women get back at men, I'm not cheering for them and this and that. And I told her it was a false equivalent. It's not the same thing at all.
Yeah.
And just please give it some thought. We're just as human as anybody else. And just think about why we would have the perspective that we have, collectively speaking. It's not an individual thing. On an individual basis, people do feel for the loss of life. But then when you look at it collectively and the justice system, how do you expect a group of people, when you see a man of his stature going through something like that, and there is a question, it's not 100% clear what actually happened.
Yeah.
Where you have in the back of my mind, George Spivey, the 14-year-old that they electrocuted.
Mm-hmm.
I have him in my mind when I'm thinking about Simpson. So I can't sit here and go, oh, the justice system. Yeah, no, there's some question there. I'm sorry. Y'all don't play fair.
We did feel a little bit of retribution there, especially coming soon after the Rodney King thing.
See, I don't call it retribution.
I know, but we saw with our own eyes what these guys did to Rodney King. Mm-hmm. And there was no reason. He could have been on any type of drugs or whatever. There was no reason for police officers that we pay their salary to beat him like that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No reason. I don't care if he was cussing at him or if he wanted to fight him. Even if he would have shot one of them, there still wouldn't have been. They're not supposed to do that.
Well, if he shot him, they would have just shot him.
Well, they would have shot him back.
But you don't. But it's not. It shouldn't be filled with emotion.
Yeah.
You should have enough training. But I'm not a cop, and I know people are going to argue.
But when they go to court, and all they have to do is move it from Los Angeles to Simi Valley. And then it's
a
done.
wrap. It's a wrap.
That's really, there's no justice.
It's in your face.
It's in your face. It's in your face. These guys' lives were more important than Rodney King. Mm-hmm. And we're going to allow them to go out and do it to other people.
Right.
Because Rodney wasn't the first one.
No, I was going to mention the young lady who went into the store of the Asian lady, and was killed.
He got shot,
and then the Asian lady gets off for killing her. It's all of that was happening, and that ESPN special or documentary that they did on OJ, that was a brilliant. We need to revisit that because that was brilliant. That laid out everything, everything from all angles.
Yeah.
And you saw Furman, he was just like OJ in a sense, really. I mean, the whole ego thing and all that, it was just the same. It was the same person. He's just white. So I want to see that again. I'm going to watch that again at some point. But yeah, that was a really good documentary on that. And we can't really speak too much on it because that's already done. If you have any questions, just go watch that.
Just go watch it. And
documentary.
I don't care what they say.
Wraps it up.
They killed Johnny Cochran.
What?
They killed him. They killed that man.
What are you talking about?
Johnny Cochran. He got something in his ear. OJ's attorney.
I know who he is.
Yeah, he has something in his brain from a cell phone or something. And how did he die? Just, he was gone.
The Kardashians' daddy's gone too. They put something in his brain too.
No, but they got Johnny Cochran though.
Okay. I don't do conspiracy.
Okay, well, if anybody I
don't do that.
Y'all know where I'm coming from. Johnny Cochran should have still been around. Then
he should have. It was very shocking.
we wouldn't have to listen to Crump. But
Leave Crump alone.
Okay.
He's doing his thing. He's a
All right.
he's a warrior.
Yeah, he's a warrior.
He's a warrior. Yeah. So anyway. All right. What else is up? What else? Is that it in what's been happening this week?
Well,
what else?
There's been a lot happening.
There's nothing really going on TV wise.
Oh, yeah, TV is over. Well, what did we see last? Anyway, I want to talk about a movie that we watched last night. The Pod Generation.
Oh, yeah. Well, I dozed off a little bit.
You dozed off on that?
Yeah, I dozed
the
off.
Pod Generation was kind of cool, though.
It was all right. It's just long. It was long,
but it's like where we're headed. To me, it seems like there's gonna actually be people trying to do this.
There probably already people doing that. I mean, how hard could it be? I mean, where we're at technology.
Yeah, they got the
wise. So wait a minute. Wait.
Let's talk about Arizona.
What about Arizona?
They brought the abortion law back to the 1800s, and they were going to enforce it.
Oh, I've been out of
the Supreme Court of Arizona.
I heard something about it, but
there was a case between Planned Parenthood and some food, and they sided with the food, and so they were going to enforce the law that was made in the 1800s and make abortion and ban abortion altogether, make it illegal, and enforce it.
Oh, so okay, Arizona Supreme Court's decision on abortion. Arizona Republicans shut down discussion on proposed repeal. Oh, goodness. This is AP News. Shouts of shame erupt in Arizona House as fight over abortion ban engulfs lawmakers. This is the one where, what's her name? Kate, is it Katie? Kaylee, someone.
The one that ran for governor or the governor?
The one who ran for governor?
Yeah, she was like all for it at first. She's like, oh yeah, I'm all for it.
And now she's not.
And then this happened. Then she put out a statement like, oh, well, I hope the governor fights to get this overturned because this isn't right. It's stupid. They do these things, right? And say we need to pass these laws, these draconian laws that bring us back to the land of before time, right? And then when they get passed, they see how bad it's going to affect their votes, and they're like, "Oh no, I wasn't for that one. We need to change that."
Again, politics just leaves me speechless because I just don't get these people. But I just want to say to those folks who are in the middle and who say they don't like either and that they're both the same, Trump and Biden are the same, you really have to understand that it's bigger than the individuals. What you are voting for is either a dictator or a non-dictator.
Mm-hmm.
You're voting for personal freedoms.
Rights.
Or no freedoms at all.
No freedoms at all. That's
what you're really voting for. So you got to get out of this mindset and looking at these individuals because it's not about them. It's really not about them.
Mm-hmm.
So I keep trying to pound that message into anybody who wants to hear me, within earshot. My kids, they're just we have those conversations with them.
It's horrible. I know.
I don't like either of them. What's the point of voting? I'm not voting for nobody. You gotta I don't get how people can't see this. I really don't understand how they can't see it. It's I don't know how you don't see it.
I don't, but I think people. I think people do. I mean, yeah, our kids, but we talk to them, right?
Yeah.
If they're not going to be, I don't think they're seeing what's going on.
I hope so, Because if you don't understand what Donald Trump did to the Supreme Court and how that impacts you, and those people stay in those positions until they die, or they, or they decide to leave. I don't know. It's a life appointment, and it governs the laws across the land.
And I think what they don't understand, or that they don't know, is the different organizations that these people belong to and what they're trying to push forward to what direction they want the country to be in.
Right.
And
they want
and that direction is not going to do anything to help people like us
at all,
or people that aren't religious or want to live by the Bible, or however they don't want to live by the Bible, but they want to claim that,
they want to claim it,
or that doesn't want to live the way they think that they should live. And I'm talking about your sexual preference of what you want to do, who you want to be, how you want to live. They do not want you to be in control of that. And that's not freedom.
At all. At all. They wanted this country to be a Christian country. And they're not stopping at anything. And it's really at all costs. I mean, as you can see, the rhetoric, it's filled with lies, half-truths, everything. It's just a hot mess. And if you don't see it, and you decide that you're going to cast your vote elsewhere, then we're going to get what we get. We've already gotten a taste of it. I had an argument with a guy, not an argument, but a discussion.
I don't even want to say that they wanted to be a Christian country, because they go against core Christian values in the stuff that they do.
Absolutely. And that's the thing. This is the thing.
They're writing their own Bible.
The evangelicals, they have this message out here that's what they want. And if you looked at the Bible, and even if you really wanted to live strictly by the Bible in the literal sense, there's no way you're going to be able to do that. There's no way. Not one human being on this earth can literally live their life according to the Bible. You can do the very best you can. That's what we all do. And we all have to give each other grace and just stop judging everybody. And really, that's one core thing that's in the Bible too. You don't get the right to judge people, but people can, again, I'm not even trying to front like I know the Bible, but I do know that there are lots of contradictions in the Bible. And for me, the safest thing for me to do, and the safest thing for everybody to do, is to just treat everybody with love and kindness. That's all you can do. That's the best you can do. Be a loving and kind person. That's really all it is. And you can't judge people and condemn people and all of that, because it just leads to what we have now, a real big division. And the thing is that what they don't see is the things that they're against doesn't really impact their lives. They're against abortion. Don't have an abortion.
Don't have one. Just
don't have an abortion. If you're against homosexuality,
don't be gay.
Don't be gay.
That's a real easy. That's like the simplest one, right?
I think it's all really easy.
But they get. They're homophobic, so they're like, well, if there's gay people, they're gonna make somebody I love gay.
This is the
and I won't be able to love them anymore.
It's just
they're make my child that I love gay, and I'm gonna have to disown his ass or kill him or something.
What they're fighting against, it's things that don't impact them, but they're taking away things that impact other people. and their lives. That's unconscionable to me, to live that way and to think that way.
Yeah.
And not to try and just understand other people's journey. I have a hard time with that.
It seems like it should be easy.
I even try to understand their journey and how they came to, and I respect it to the degree where until it starts impacting other people negatively. Let your light shine, Mr. and Miss Christian. Just let your light shine.
Yeah.
And be happy in your life, and hallelujah, praise you.
Yes.
But don't impose that on other people. It's not right.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
They're weird. They're weird. Back to that thing, what I was talking about at first, when we had our little post, we were expressing our love for the city. Somebody said, they must be Democrats.
Someone said that. I missed that one.
Yeah, they must be Democrats. Why? Because we're happy.
We're not miserable.
How dare you?
Trying to sit there and connive and scheme
How dare
and
you not
take
be
people's
mad
rights away.
And believe in our conspiracy theories and just be happy. You liberal. I hate you.
I've got to look at that. I did not see
liberal.
that. You have to just have a miserable life. It's really sad. And there are horrible things going on in the world. We're not oblivious to everything, but we also understand that a lot of stuff we don't have any control over and we can't do anything about. But keeping an eye out for when we can, the wars that are going on, the folks in Gaza, and we're just hoping that that whole thing, with the recent killings of the aid workers.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't heard anything past that day that it happened from the administration on how they're handling it. It's more of this, we got to get to the table, but there's no real line in the sand.
There's no line
and there needs to be a line in the sand. It's time to stop it.
They didn't talk about nothing or anything, and they had a big old whole 2 days full of news of eclipse, and it's gone. It's over.
It's over, huh? It's over.
Yeah, it's done now. It's over.
It's really
I think what I did hear was that they had to open up more roads and more access to more workers,
so that aid can get through.
Aids can get through, and that's what they supposedly done.
2 hours ago, Israel-Hamas war. This is from CNN. The U.S. currently expects that Iran will carry out strikes against multiple targets inside Israel, and that Iranian proxies could also be involved in attacks, according to a senior administration official and a source familiar with the intelligence. When I read that, I'm doubtful. This comes after Israel's deadly strike on Iran's consulate in Damascus last week. Asked Friday what his message was to Tehran, U.S. President Joe Biden said, "Don't." He needs to be talking to Netanyahu. That's what he needs to be doing, because this is.
Well, what we need to do is cut them off.
It needs to stop. Right.
Yeah.
No money, no weapons. That's really it. There's nothing else. And that's going to be, that's a political thing, right? It's an election year, political. He doesn't, it's all very strategic. Everything he has to do is strategic. And I understand that from a leadership perspective.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's a self-interest perspective, but it is a leadership perspective, and the responsibility of the country weighs on his decision, because neither path is going to be is a good path, really.
Mm-hmm.
Because if he pulls out, then what happens over there? Are they going to just magically become a two-party state? Probably not.
No, probably.
There'll still be conflict there.
Yeah, there's always going to be conflict.
So, I mean, there's no good options. And people need to stop trying to make these very complex things simple.
Even there's thousands and thousands of people in his own country that want him out.
Right. Yeah. So it's the other thing in the news that I was listening to on NPR and I told you about is
Tanzania.
Mm-hmm.
President over there.
Yeah. Let me see if I can look that up really quick. Samia Suluhu Hassan.
Mm-hmm.
She is the president of Tanzania now. And there was an article written, I gotta find the investigative writer's name again, but
mm-hmm.
what it boils down to is that the Maasai people, who are herders, they herd the land over there, they're being forced out so that her vision of Tanzania becoming a tourist destination for folks in Dubai.
All over the world, but folks in Dubai are investing in it, and they're going to build it up. They're basically take over the country.
Take over the country. They're giving them 2/3 of the port.
Yeah.
Or 2/3 of the entire land. Well, 2/3 of the ports. And they're also giving them a huge amount of land for gaming for the Dubai royal family. To me, at this day and age, to have a royal family in something like where that's a thing.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about Dubai other than a lot of Black people seem to be going there.
She's just getting a lot
of Black Americans seem to be talking about Dubai.
She's getting a lot of money for her small circle of people, I guess. Mm-hmm. And it's making her rich, and she's selling everybody out.
And the Maasai people are caretakers. They have been caretakers of that land forever.
Mm-hmm.
And they're trying to say that they are causing, the way they go about filling the land, losing animals and all this kind of stuff. They're saying that they're causing all of this, but they have been the keepers of the land.
Mm-hmm.
And they have a system. They do controlled burns. They graze in certain areas, let other areas not. They know what the hell they're doing. They've been doing it forever.
Mm-hmm.
And now what they want to do is move them. There's like 200,000 of them. And they're moving them to this spot where they're building these homes out of cinder blocks.
Mm.
And they're building, I think, 600 of these homes for 200,000 people. Something like that. And I'm just like, and we have to keep an eye out because they're trying to, from what I read in the article or heard in the article, you have Kenyan Maasai and you have Tanzanian Maasai.
And they're trying to put
and there's
against each
a
other.
wedge being drawn between those two people.
Yeah.
I
They're trying to create another Uganda between those two people.
That's a possibility for sure.
Each other.
And it was really, man, it's like, lady, the president that she replaced, he passed away. He wasn't having none of this.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, y'all are gonna stay up out of here. But this woman got in, and she's like, come on in, just rape the whole land, just take it all. I'm giving it all to you.
Mm.
It's horrible.
So that is horrible. And why would you do that, do all this stuff to your people in your land for an outside country that really doesn't give a damn about you
at all,
and some money?
At all. It's really, really, it's just awful.
That's pretty bad.
I felt sick to my stomach after hearing that woman's account of what was happening there. Because it's not only the Dubai. There are other Western countries. There are Western countries that have they're taking it. And Western conservationists are part of it as well. It says here, according to the Human Rights Watch, the Tanzanian government has forcibly evicted thousands of Maasai in the Loliondo area since 2009. Yeah, they have been moving them around and promising them things that they never get. The government claims that the purpose of annexing the disputed lands into the wildlife reserve is to optimize its conservation efforts, which doesn't appear to be true based on the report from the investigative reporter. So very disheartening. Very disheartening. But,
it is.
And anyway, such bad news. What can we talk about that's happy? We can talk more about Cowboy Carter. Look at this one. Look at her. Yeah. This was
Cowboy Cardi.
Cowboy Carter.
She still ain't learned to put clothes on.
I know. I remember back in the day, when I started appreciating her voice, and she'd come out all scantily dressed. I'm like, girl, you have a voice. You can put clothes on now, you know? And I'm just kind of like, oh, it's Beyonce. It's fine. She ain't gonna put no clothes out. But she can still sing.
What's she smoking?
That looks like a cigar. It could be a blunt. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's cool. All right. Yeah.
Act 2.
Jolene better watch out.
Oh.
Anyway.
Jolene.
I guess we're going to end this.
I'm just staring.
On a Beyonce note.
Oh, yeah. Hello. If you have not listened to this album, please listen to it. It's a treat. And just forget all the hullabaloo.
Yeah, the hoopla.
Just listen. And there are so many wonderful country artists that I've been listening to. This is where the singers are. You know, I'm kind of free from the oldies land because that's all we were listening to before. And so now I have some new artists that I can actually listen to that I never knew were in this genre.
There was one reel that I saw, and I'm gonna end it here, but she was saying, y'all can't be listening to country and singing country. What did this girl say? She said, that's for us. You didn't own the fields. You was working in the fields.
What?
Yeah.
You didn't send that to me? You sent me everything else.
Well, yeah, I don't want to send you all the negative stuff.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It was just hilarious. Everybody was jumping all over that girl. But
that's just...
At some point, I think some of that stuff is just somebody just saying that stuff just to get
views and
views and likes out there because it was so stupid what she was saying, right? Because I don't even think there was country music in slavery days. They was listening to Joplin back then.
In slavery days?
Yeah.
They were listening to who?
Joplin. Not Janis Joplin. I'm talking about and stuff like that and different type of tunes where they had sheet music.
Well, you had
there's a little banjo and stuff, maybe some folk music.
There's the folk music and there's the gospel stuff and I mean
the gospel.
There was and blues kind of came out of that. It's kind of all culminated out of
and then the country
out of the fields.
What is the roots of country? Where did country music start? When?
I don't know.
Yankee Doodle Danny?
I don't know. The beginning of country music. I can Google it. I don't think it's gonna. No, I think that's probably for another episode.
Okay.
Beginning of country music. It says 1920s. The first commercial country music recordings date to the 1920s. In 1922,
they didn't even have country music at the time that she was talking about, which was so crazy. Didn't make no sense.
Well, when it comes to the history of stuff, I'm not going to go by any of this. The history of music, I'm certainly not going to go by anything that.
And the reason why.
You keep cutting me off. Why you keep cutting me off?
I'm sorry. The reason why Black people have so much influence on the music in America is because of in the slavery days when they had the little to-dos and all that stuff. They got Black people in there to play the instruments all night.
Oh, yeah.
So they could have music.
There were some, yeah.
Play all night.
Yeah. Well.
And so they played. I think. That's my story. I'm sticking to it.
Well, it's amazing how we're all here.
We're all here. I'm here now.
Because everybody persevered through all of those times. And we're all here. And we all should be doing better. As a testament to
and
the
we
people
all
who survived all of that.
I thought about it. We are doing better. I think I'm doing better. I think I'm doing better than my parents did. Even though my from what my mother had, she worked hard, right? She worked her ass off to get what she had. And she didn't get that much, but she worked hard and she got what she needed to fulfill her life.
And she was happy with her life.
Yeah, that's true. But we're able to do that too. I mean, my dad was this whatever, but he just fucked it all off and it didn't really do him no good either way.
Well, when I said, as I was speaking more collectively,
as a whole,
as a whole,
and I think as a whole, everybody is doing better.
Yeah, well, but obviously,
they're trying to turn it around and push it back. I see that going on, but everybody seem to be doing a little bit better than they were before.
I think we all need to give honor to the people who persevered and all that, and not sweep any of their lives under the rug. I think I'm talking more in terms of a collection and the dialogue that's going on in this country around slavery and the lasting impact and all that. I'm speaking more to that. Not financial and all that. None of that stuff. I'm just
okay. Well, that and the attempt to erase it and move it back because they act like they don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
And it seems like it's almost working with our young people because they act like they don't want to hear it either. Well, I can see their point. We used to be into it. I mean, I know I was when I was a kid. I was like hey, you know, black medallion, let's do this, brother. Let's get the dashiki. Let's, you know, black power.
Were you?
You don't hear people talk about that no more. They're all, you know, my booty hole brown.
There will be no sexy red talk around here.
But, you know, you don't hear that. It's like that was, there's always been an effort to whenever we unite, there's always a stronger effort to break us down to where we came from doesn't matter. And it seems that's the way it's been.
But we're all still here, and we'll still
here.
continue to persevere.
We're persevering. Yeah. I don't know if because of technology or whatever, but I think we're all still living a little bit better than we were back in the 60s.
Okay, you're going to keep going back to that. So I'm going to
I just think we are. I don't know.
All right.
We got air conditioning in our cars now. It used to be hard. You used to have to walk out in the heat and sweating.
Mm-hmm.
Wear the same clothes every day.
Darn it. All right.
Didn't have microwaves. Do you imagine life with no microwave?
It took me a long time to not be afraid of a microwave. Yeah, they're putting radiation in our food.
Well, I want to say good night. And
right.
Thank you for sitting and talking with me.
All right. Thank you, baby.
And you look really beautiful in your hat.
You look handsome in your hat.
You look really cute with the hat and
Thank
headphones.
You.
And I really have a beautiful wife. And I'm so grateful.
Thank you, honey. I appreciate you.
Well, I'm not beautiful too.
You're beautiful. You're beautiful inside and out. Inside and out. No doubt. Okay. No doubt. You know that. But thank you. Very handsome. I like your jean jacket.
Yeah, it goes with everything.
You try to make it go with everything.
It goes with my sweatsuit and everything.
You try to make it go with everything.
Yeah, whatever I got, corduroys.
Whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. A kilt.
Put that jean jacket on. I'm gonna try that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wear it with my jogging shorts.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
My basketball shorts, my jean jacket.
If he does, y'all will see it.
All right.
Till next time.
Bye, y'all.